Hello, everyone. Welcome back to your side quest contact. We are now in part 18. Yeah, part 18 of our Let's Make an Adventure series. We're going to be working through our third contact ally NPC and the scenario around that character. And this character currently is our Giff Sorcerer. Remember, this is the folk hero, right? The one who helped this its little town to fight off some attackers, but it's all under false pretenses, right? Because this character did something to provoke that attack, but that's kind of secret, and they want to keep that secret. So we're gonna finish making off this character here. So let's go ahead and come up with a name, gender, and I was previously looking at the past characters, and we're at a point where we could do 50-50. So let's do odd male, even female. All right, so we have a male GIF. Now, I don't know a lot about GIF names, but they're big, they're hippo-y. So let's a big hippo-sounding name. Grumpo or Grumbo. Grumpo. I like that. Grumpo. And let's see if we can get a portrait for Grumpo. It's always good to have a picture. Oh, no, wrong button. No, again, wrong button. Sorry, been a long day. Okay, where are we at? Appearance. That's where I wanted to go. Okay. Portraits. Okay. Ooh, he looks goggles and a little head cap on. Let's see here. Looks like a military officer here. I like that kind of little toga looking thing. I see. Maybe we'll go. Yeah. Let's just go with that. Okay, so here's our character, Grumpo, the Giff Sorcerer. Now we're gonna go gather our notes on Grumpo. Let's go to DMs, campaigns. Here we are. I'm going to move this over to a Word document so we can work on it. Let's name this Grumpo. All right. So let's recap our foundation that we're going to be building on. We have a folk hero who trained and helped a local town fight off some attackers. These attackers were furbolgs, and this attack was provoked by Grumpo, and in Grumpo's efforts to go be somewhere. Because see, we got Bond drawn to a special place, so there's some place this person went, committed some crime or misdeed at this place, which provoked our attack from our furbolg here. Yeah, so what do we have? We got some notes here. Attract us to some natural region where the tyrant Furbolg lives, committed some misdeed. Okay, so we got it. This is where we're fleshing this out. All right. So I think a good way to go is let's go build our Furbolg. That'll give us a foundation around that, and we can kind of come up with some ideas as we do that. All right, so let's go to Character Builder. Okay, Race. Furbolg. We get to choose something. Magic. Okay, what do we get to choose here? Okay, we'll choose. We'll choose that later. Okay, let's go to class. All right, so what have we not had so far? We haven't had a barbarian or bard. I don't think we've had a cleric or a druid. we've had fight. I think we've had a fighter, long paladin, ranger, sorcerer. Got a wizard. Yeah, we got all that. And let's just do it this way. So that should be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Notice I left out the artificer. 11. Warlock. Nah, we already got a warlock. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ranger. That's it. It's gonna be a ranger. Now let's bump this up. Make this ranger second level. Why not? Now what's the description? Let's get a background about. Let's go knight. In his or her region, this person's a knight. And let's have some cards. And know to play cards. Okay, so we have our race, our class, ranger. Okay, proficiencies. Let's pick some proficiencies. Ranger skills. Definitely got to have some key ones here. Survival. How about some perception and some stealth? Why not? Okay. Favorite enemy. Now this should fit our kind of our story here. How about humanoids? Okay, so we can choose a humanoid. Ooh, we could say wear us somethings. You know what? How about yeah, let's do that. Werewolves. And let's do humans. And how about and let's pick Abyssal. Okay. Natural explorer, so where are we at? We're like in a jungle type area, so we'll just call that forest. Okay. Fighting style. How does our Furbolg tyrant leader fight? What's a ranger? So how about we go archery? Okay, got a little spell casting as well. All right. Now we're going to go to equipment. Just kind of choose some standard stuff. How about some leather armor so we don't get disadvantage on stealth? And then we could go. Just do 2 short swords. Explorer's pack. Here's our longbow. Okay, good. And start. Okay. And then let's go. Oh, we forgot our abilities. We got to do abilities. All right, so Dex for top one, Wisdom next. Then we'll do Constitution, and then some Charisma, Strength, and Low Intelligence. So I think we go back to our race, is it? Yeah, Furbolg Magic. Yeah, let's make that option Wisdom for its difficulty. But we still get some ability score increases here. I think it's the standard +2/+1. So we're going to put +1 in dexterity, +2 in charisma. All right. Got any spells? I think we got any spells. Manage spells. Let's clear that out. Add Alright, spells, known spells, first level. Okay. I'm thinking because this is a character that could wind up being an ally to our players, or could be a foe. It's kind of up to them, really. But because, and I'm also thinking that this whole scenario is going to have more of a diplomatic theme. Whereas the situation with Frank Gruza, that was very investigative, and then your situation with the with Kimchek and the Deathlock White and the zombies, that's obviously going to be very competitive. And here I'm thinking we're looking at more diplomatic because we might want to get this person and its group on our side against the antagonist that we're going to be coming up against later. So let's do, how's about a Hail of Thorns and a Cure Wounds? Something offensive, something helpful. Okay, so giving this character a gender, yeah, we're still on 50-50. Okay, so let's do that. Odds male, evens female. Okay, so we have a female. Okay, so we have a female Furbolg. So what's a good, I'm thinking of a female Furbolg. So let's take a look at Furbolgs. Distant cousins of giants. Okay, but they themselves not giants because I think they are just medium size. Yep, walking humanoid. And they get a little bit of some spells, hidden step and such. Okay, good. Magic entwined with the forest. Oh, the magic of the forest entwines itself in the Furbolg soul. Okay, centuries later, that magic still thrums. Okay, good. So a female Furbolg. Now we went with Ferngruza for our female Bugbear. And this is going to be more of a woodsy name. Woodsy name. Dealing with nature magic. How about, I like Gylene. So let's do that. Okay. Let's go find Gylene. Where's she at? Here she is. Kind of a play off Gaia and such. Guy, and we'll spell it Gylene. There we go. Now, do we have portraits for this? Furbolgs. Oh yeah, we do. Oh, cool. What is this? Which one? What is this? Go closer look. A lot of very pointed ears. Okay, what about this one? This one might be better. Yeah, looks too happy for what we're wanting out of this. Let's stick with this. Okay, this will work. Okay, so this is the Furbolg who is the one who led the attack on the town that our Giff dealt with. Grumpo dealt with. So we want to think of a couple other things to throw in here, and that's going to kind of get us into more thinking about linking that together to come up with the sequence of events. So let's come up with some ideas. Let's go into our encounters. And we're going to do kind of the same thing like we did previously. So let's close this out here. Alright, so we're looking for things that we could put in this scenario. So let's set our challenge ratings. I'm going to keep it between a quarter or an eighth and at this point 1. All right. And yeah, there's going to be a ton of those. So let's narrow our choices down. Kind of how we've been doing. Just kind of roll for a monster type and see what fate gives us. 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. A plant. I mean, that would make sense out here. So we got vine blights, gas spore, myconids, needle blights. I don't think there's any blighting going on out here. Kulgoths, astral blights, again, no blights. Gadabout. We looked at that earlier. Mantrap, podling. Oh, there's more. Again, more blights. Ah, but we could have some violet fungus. I think this stuff's pretty cool. Let's take a look. Purplish mushroom uses root-like feelers growing from its base to creep across cavern floors. Their four stalks protruding from their violet fungus central mass are used to lash out at prey, rotting flesh with the slightest touch. That's nice. Any creature killed by violent fungus decomposes rapidly. Excuse me. Violet fungus sprouts from the molding corpse, growing to full size. I think some of these were in an adventure I just ran, but my players got around it, which they usually do. So what does this do? False appearance, remains motionless, is distinguishable, has attacks, rotting touch, 1d8 necrotic damage. So this is like the players like stumble into it, or maybe there's a trap with this in there. It's not something that's really going to like, because what's its speed? Speed's like 5, so it's not like going to be chasing players down. It's just something like if the players happen to like fall into a nest of them, or stumble into a group of them. All right, let's make a note of that violet fungus. I like that. Or we have Grumpo. All right, so encounters violet fungus. Now let's get another one. Let's take out plant and come up with another one. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, a dragon? Could there be a dragon about? Brass dragon wormlings are challenge rating 1. Ambush drakes from Tyranny of Dragons. Maybe fairy dragons might be more appropriate. I used them in another adventure. Pseudo dragons familiars. Ooh, I'm tempted to kind of go here, but I don't know if a dragon's going to fit in our story. I mean, these are good dragons, brass and copper dragons. Those are some of the good ones. You know what? Well, maybe that's what draws Grumpo there. Part of the flaw is he committed some misdeed. He he went there. Maybe he heard there's an egg. He heard there's an egg there. He was drawn to that area. He tried to steal the egg. That's our crime. That's our misdeed. He tried to steal the egg. That's what angered the Furbolg. He got away. They amassed. They attack in retaliation. He's like, oh, hold on, no. He gets the people ready, defends the people, and then he makes up this big story. Oh yeah, oh, those savages. I'm glad you're so lucky that I'm here, that I was able to defend you. But it's really all his fault. may be pretty good. But by now, that egg is hatched, and now we have a wormling about hanging out with the furbolg. But before we make that decision, I want to look at our pseudo dragon. See if that might be more appropriate. All right, dwells in quiet places, making its home in the hollows of trees, small caves. Resembles a tiny red dragon, but its disposition is playful. Okay, this might be better. Because the the last thing you want really is your players to get a hold of a wormling dragon, and then to make that dragon theirs. That's I mean not the worst thing you could do, but definitely make the game a little more problematic for your future sessions. Pseudo dragon might be better. Can't speak, but they communicate using a limited telepathy that allows them to share basic ideas. Okay, but why? Why is it a familiar? Well, I'm just thinking, how's it connected to everything else? Because it's got intelligence, but it doesn't speak. Limited form of telepathy that conveys ideas. When it bonds with a companion, it can communicate with what it sees over here long distance. One of my players has one of these as a familiar and uses that very effectively. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm kind of going back now to the dragons, because we can always keep. We can always find a way, to keep a dragon out of the player's hands. So which of these might be best? So let's look at brass. Medium size, gregarious of the true dragons, crave conversation, sunlight, hot and dry climates. Okay, and what's the copper? Incorrigible pranksters. Ah, I like this one already. Joke tellers, riddlers, live in hills, rocky uplands. Okay, pranksters. Okay, we're gonna use this copper wormling copper dragon. So what is it? What can it do? 30 feet, 30 feet climb, 60 feet fly. Blind sight, that's helpful. Acid breath or slow breath. Good hosts, they appreciate wit, good joke, humorous stories, and riddles. They become annoyed with creatures that don't laugh at their jokes or accept its tricks with good humor. Oh, yeah, we're totally going to use this on our players, right? We're definitely going to have some jokes lined up, some pranks set up, and this dragon's going to. And yeah, I like this already. Okay, so let's make a note of that. Okay, wormling, copper, dragon. Okay, so the reason Grumpo was drawn to the area attempted to steal the egg that the Furbolg were guarding. So the Furbolg have this copper dragon egg, and something I don't know, because dragon eggs are pretty potent, little encasements of magic. So it could have been lulling, maybe inadvertently lulling Grumpo over there, because Grumpo is a sorcerer now, not a draconic sorcerer, but still divine, has a divine sense to it. So yeah, I definitely can see him wanting to go, hey, let me go take this dragon egg. Oh no, I just pissed off a bunch of Furbolg. Let me run back to the town, get them ready to fight, and then take credit for defending them. I like this. I like this scenario. And we have to still figure out how to get the players wrapped in this as well. And that's what prompted our Furbolg attack. Okay, good, good. So now we have the character. We have Grumpo. We have Grumpo's, you know, nemesis, Guyleen, the Furbolg. And we're going to have to get the players in there as well. And throughout that, you know, we got some violet fungus at some point we need to kind of get the players connected to, and then come up with some pranks and some riddles or something that this dragon can initiate on the players once, you know, once they're involved in this scenario. All right. So this is so far this is kind of like my favorite one. All right, so that's where we're going to wrap it up here. We're gonna flesh out that sequence of events, the connections between everything on the next one. So I hope everyone has a great weekend, and thanks for hanging out. We'll talk with you later. Take care.